again, at the what we think he helped you come into the game, he gave you the spotlight. Like, why would he try to diminish your career?
Because at that time I don't want to go too deep into it because I don't want to bring up mine.
So Tank is kind of it's kind of the same thing maybe because, he's too close to Floyd. Floyd's like, no, I'm the best. I'm not.
You get what I'm saying? Like it don't, like it's up and down. Cause some people will discredit what I've done. I ain't gonna lie.
Gervonta Davis recently went on an explosive rant about Floyd Mayweather during a live session, claiming that Mayweather wanted him to lose. Davis expressed frustration over the way things played out in his career, suggesting that he was put in situations where he was expected to fail. He recalled a specific moment when he was in what he described as a lose-lose situation, but still managed to come out on top. When asked for clarification, Davis pointed to his first world title fight, where he believed Mayweather positioned him in a way that was meant to result in his defeat. At just 21 years old and with a record of 16-0, Davis felt that he was being set up for failure. However, despite the circumstances, he proved his doubters wrong and emerged victorious. His comments highlight the tension that has long been rumored between him and Mayweather, his former promoter. While Mayweather played a significant role in Davis's rise to stardom, Davis seems to believe that not all of Mayweather's moves were in his best interest. This latest rant only fuels speculation about their complicated relationship and whether their past issues still linger.
What came out still on top?
With Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me lose. But he thought I was gonna lose. But
you talking about like a boxing match or?
Yeah, boxing match.
Ooh, if you don't mind. If you don't want to, it's fine.
Joseph Pedraza, my first world title. I was 16-0. I was 16-0. 16-0. And I was 21 at the time. And I haven't fought in like 7 or 8 months. And around that time, I wasn't making that much money. I probably was making like $10,000 a fight. So 6 months is crazy to not fight, So when they came back and it was like, all right, you gotta fight. He was like, you gotta fight this fighter, which is Joseph Pedraza. If you don't fight him, you're not fighting. You're sitting on a shelf. So I had to fight him. In the midst of all that happened, I got evicted. I had to sell my jewelry. So now, and remind you, I'm letting them boxers that you talking about, I'm putting them on game.
Tank Davis opened up about a difficult period in his career, revealing that he felt forced into a fight under unfair circumstances. Davis felt backed into a corner, knowing he had no choice but to accept the fight despite the hardships he was already facing in his personal life. During that time, he was struggling financially, even to the point of being evicted and having to sell his belongings just to survive. What makes it worse for Davis is that, despite everything he endured, he was still looking out for other fighters, putting them on a game about the business side of boxing. He made sure they understood the struggles he was facing so they wouldn't have to go through the same hardships. However, now that he has made it through those struggles, he feels betrayed by some of the same people he helped. When asked directly whether he believed Floyd Mayweather intentionally put him in that situation, Davis didn't hesitate. He said, for sure. He suggested that Mayweather wanted to diminish his career despite being the person who helped bring him into the spotlight. Though he didn't want to go too deep into details, Davis hinted at personal issues being part of the conflict, including rumors that he had been involved with Mayweather's daughter. While he stopped short of confirming anything, his words made it clear that the tension between him and Mayweather went beyond just business. This latest revelation adds more layers to their complicated relationship, showing that the problems between them may have been deeper than the public ever realized.
Yeah, I mean, it just once you get around someone, you be looking up to these people so bad, and like once you get around, they don't be who they say they is or who they portray to be. You be like, damn, it's damn near like it's a letdown. So you be more so hurt off, So it's like I just go my own way. Like I do my own thing and things like that. So that's more so that's what it was. And that's cool. It's just like you just don't vibe with like what they on. And that's I mean, I've been in a situation where though, like, I was in a lose-lose situation. Now
What
came out still on top.
with Floyd? You said, what was the lose-lose situation? What you mean?
Just a little situation that he put me in to, make me.
Tank Davis has now exposed how poorly he was treated financially early in his career, revealing that he was only paid $15,000 for his fight against Jose Pedraza. This was a shocking revelation, considering that it was a world title fight that significantly boosted his career. Davis suggested that the low payment was part of a larger pattern of control and mistreatment by Floyd Mayweather. Despite the financial struggles he endured, he still won the fight and proved his worth. His disclosure sheds light on the business side of boxing, where young fighters can be taken advantage of early on.
Floyd a cold nigga, man. Tank said he got paid $15,000 to fight Pedraza, and it was for a belt too. Floyd was out here acting like the record labels, man. I hope he ain't still doing this. $15,000, you can't even live half a year off of that. 3 months off that.
Shane Mosley, in his interview with Art of Dialogue, explained his perspective on the tension between Tank Davis and Floyd Mayweather. He suggested that part of the issue stems from Floyd's reluctance to step back and fully let Tank have his moment in the spotlight. According to Mosley, Tank is now at the top of boxing, much like Floyd was during his prime. But Floyd seems unwilling to acknowledge that a new era has arrived. Instead of embracing Tank as the new face of boxing, Floyd may still see himself as the sport's biggest name, making it difficult for him to take a back seat. Mosley's comments highlight a common issue in boxing. Legends sometimes struggle to pass the torch. Floyd, having dominated the sport for years, might find it hard to accept that Tank is now the star. This dynamic could explain some of the tension between the two, especially with Tank becoming increasingly vocal about feeling unsupported or even undermined by Mayweather. At the same time, Mosley made it clear that he has no personal animosity toward Floyd, despite what some fans might think. He emphasized that he has always been cool with Floyd's family and respects what Mayweather has accomplished in boxing. His intention wasn't to criticize Floyd unfairly, but rather to give an honest take on the situation. Ultimately, Mosley's words suggest that Floyd's difficulty in stepping aside could be causing unnecessary friction between him and Tank. If Floyd were more willing to embrace his role as a mentor rather than a competitor, their relationship might be different. Instead, Tank seems to feel like he has to fight for recognition and respect, even from the man who once promoted him. Shane Mosley further elaborated on his thoughts about Floyd Mayweather's role in the current boxing landscape, emphasizing that Floyd has already proven himself as one of the greatest of all time. He acknowledged Mayweather's accomplishments and praised his self-belief, which helped him reach the pinnacle of the sport. However, Mosley pointed out that every era eventually comes to an end, and it is now time for the next generation of fighters to take over. He highlighted the importance of allowing new champions to shine and questioned whether Floyd was truly willing to help others achieve greatness the way he did. Mosley suggested that this might be the core of Tank Davis's frustration with Floyd. Tank has established himself as one of boxing's biggest stars, but he may feel that Floyd is not fully supporting him in taking the next step. Mosley alluded to the idea that Floyd's continued presence in the spotlight could be overshadowing Tank's rise, rather than uplifting him as a successor. Discussing the hypothetical matchup between Floyd and Tank at 135 pounds, Mosley gave the edge to Floyd, citing his superior boxing skills, speed, and reach. He believed that Tank would struggle to land his power punches against Mayweather, who was a master of defense and movement. However, Mosley acknowledged Tank's knockout power, comparing it to his own punching ability in his younger days. He also pointed out that Mayweather historically had some difficulty against southpaws, who were able to land clean shots on him. While Mosley respects Floyd's legacy, his comments suggest that true greatness also involves passing the torch. The tension between Tank and Floyd may ultimately come down to whether Mayweather is willing to fully embrace that role.
I don't hate Floyd. I'm happy for Floyd. You know, he's accomplished so much, and he believed in himself to accomplish all these different things, to be great, to dare to be great. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of him. I'm proud that whether, went all the way to the top of the mountain and won. But now, Floyd, it's time for somebody else to win. You won. It's time for the new generation. They're gonna win. But this your era, you won. But now there's another era. So can you make somebody else great like you are, or help them be great like you are. That's the issue, right? And maybe that's what Tank is talking about.
Tank Davis always had the natural ability to become a star in boxing. His explosive knockout power, speed, and skill set him apart early in his career. Floyd Mayweather recognized this talent and decided to help guide him, offering promotional support through Mayweather Promotions. However, while Floyd played a role in boosting Tank's visibility, it's inaccurate to say that Tank is only famous because of him. Tank's rise to superstardom is primarily due to his performances in the ring. He consistently delivers exciting fights, with highlight reel knockouts that capture the attention of both hardcore boxing fans and casual viewers. His ability to sell out arenas and generate pay-per-view numbers is a testament to his own appeal, not just Floyd's influence. While Mayweather's backing gave him an initial platform, Tank's dedication, work ethic, and in-ring dominance solidified his status as one of boxing's top stars. Fighters don't stay relevant just because of a promoter's name. They need to prove themselves, and Tank has done exactly that. His fame is a direct result of his own abilities, and his success continues to grow even after parting ways with Mayweather Promotions, proving he was never just a product of Floyd's brand.
Gervonta was destined for superstardom, bro. And yeah, Floyd certainly helped, but Gervonta Davis has the it factor. He's the whole package. Floyd Mayweather saw that, and because of that, Floyd Mayweather signed Gervonta. They brought him up, all of that. Not, Gervonta just happened to be under Mayweather, because we saw those people who don't necessarily have the mouth or the appeal that Tank has. Example, Richardson Hitchens, and a lot of other guys that, according to what was Richard Hitchens' coach's name that we had on? Lenny. He said he saw with his own eyes. They had talent on the shelf. So yeah, they brought Tank Davis up, but Tank did a lot of that on his own, dog. He is a star.
Floyd Mayweather has highlighted the financial disparities between Tank Davis and Devin Haney, emphasizing that Davis earns more despite Haney's championship titles. Mayweather has advised Haney to prioritize lucrative fights over accumulating belts, suggesting that focusing on financial gains can be more beneficial in the long run. This perspective aligns with Mayweather's own career approach, where he strategically selected high-revenue matches. He has also credited his promotional strategies for enhancing Davis's marketability and earnings, implying that his guidance has been instrumental in Davis's financial success. However, this has led to perceptions that Davis's fame is primarily due to Mayweather's influence, a notion that has been a point of contention between the two fighters.
And I seen the Lomachenko and Devin Haney for the undisputed title. That was a good fight. I'm very, very glad that Devin Haney was victorious. Me and Devin sat down, for us to come together and make a relationship happen. I don't want to knock championship belts because they are important. I could tell him, you could win 2 world titles, but make $250 million. Or you can win 20 world titles and make $10 million. Then when you look at Ryan and Tank, they made great money. We could have been did this, and that could have been him in the fight with Ryan Garcia.
Tank Davis's departure from Mayweather Promotions was driven by multiple factors, with one of the key reasons being a sense of betrayal. While many believed he could have remained with the promotion while asserting more control over his career, Tank ultimately felt that staying under Floyd Mayweather's banner was no longer in his best interest. During his time with Mayweather Promotions, Davis grew increasingly frustrated with the way he was managed. He believed he was underpaid for major fights and placed in situations that did not always align with his best career trajectory. Additionally, he felt that Mayweather, rather than fully supporting his rise, was more focused on maintaining his own presence in the spotlight. Beyond business matters, personal conflicts further strained their relationship. Tank eventually made the decision to leave, seeking full independence in his career. His departure marked a significant shift as he stepped away from Mayweather's promotional influence to establish himself as a top star on his own terms. While Mayweather played a role in Davis's early career, Tank's continued success has proven that his talent and marketability extend far beyond his former association with Mayweather Promotions.
So I don't want Tank to necessarily leave Mayweather. I think he's in this position because of everything that Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe have done for him. So I do want him to do what he is saying. Take control of your career. Say that you want Shakur and actually fight Shakur. Say that you want Devin and actually fight Devin. You know, fight these guys. Don't keep making new names. Like, you gave Barrios a chance. You gave Isaac a chance. Like, you know, Gamboa. Like, those aren't the fights that we want.
Boxing analyst Showbiz. The adult has expressed that Tank Davis possesses the potential to surpass Floyd Mayweather's achievements in the sport. He emphasizes that Davis's combination of power, skill, and charisma positions him as a formidable force capable of eclipsing Mayweather's legacy. However, Showbiz notes that realizing this potential requires Davis to adopt a mentality similar to Mayweather's, focusing on strategic career moves and maintaining discipline both inside and outside the ring. While Davis has already made significant strides in his career, Showbiz suggests that with the right mindset and decisions, he could not only match but exceed the accomplishments of his former mentor. Tank Davis has expressed his frustration over the lack of recognition for his accomplishments, despite his success against top-tier competition, including undisputed fighters. He has emphasized that his victories are often overlooked, with critics downplaying his efforts instead of acknowledging his skill and dominance in the ring. Davis believes that his performances speak for themselves, as he has consistently defeated elite opponents and proven himself as one of the most dangerous fighters in the sport. However, he feels that instead of receiving the credit he deserves, many continue to diminish his achievements by attributing his success to external factors rather than his talent and hard work. He has also acknowledged that in sports, there will always be highs and lows. He understands that criticism is part of the journey and that every athlete faces challenges and moments of doubt. However, he remains focused on his career, determined to continue proving himself as one of the best in boxing. Regardless of the narratives surrounding him, Davis remains confident that his record and performances will ultimately solidify his legacy as one of the greatest fighters of his era.
Do you want your legacy to be? If you care. Because some interviews I see you say like, yeah, I don't care about this, I don't care about that. Where you stand on that?
It's just like, it's so up and down in the sport. When I say up and down in sport, it's like a lot of people don't know, but it been 3 and 4 people in my weight class that been undisputed type of thing, and they held it for like only a couple months. I beat Ryan. Ryan beat Devin. Devin was undisputed. You get what I'm saying? Like it don't, like it's up and down because some people are discredit what I've done. I ain't gonna lie. My influence, my everything in the sport, just that alone. Even coming from where I come from is
right.
Like, you feel me? I feel like I'm already up there with whoever, like Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, all them people.
Tank Davis has stated that he has reached the same level as some of boxing's greatest fighters, yet he has not received the credit he deserves. He believes his accomplishments, skill set, and dominance in the ring place him among the best, but many continue to overlook his achievements. Despite proving himself against elite competition, Tank feels that recognition has been withheld. However, he remains focused on his career, determined to solidify his legacy through his performances, knowing that true greatness is ultimately defined by success in the ring rather than public perception.
I remember first hearing an issue between Floyd and Gervonta before Gervonta fought Pedraza. And the issue I heard was that Floyd didn't want Gervonta to stay in Baltimore because he felt there was too many distractions for him in Baltimore, and he wanted to stay in Vegas. And the story I was told at that time was that Floyd gave Gervonta one of his penthouses or one of his apartments in the Palms Hotel, and he said, "This is your apartment. I'll furnish it for you." He got him a Jeep. At the time, Gervonta was not a world champion. He got him like a Jeep, a 4x4. You know, he basically said, "I'll make it comfortable for you. I don't want you to go to Baltimore. I want you to stay here. I don't think Baltimore is the place for you," you know? And what I was told was Gervonta sold all the furniture, sold the Jeep, and went back to Baltimore and bought a Benz. You know, with that's what I was real. That's what I was told at the time. So
that's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.